So, I want to go ahead and break a few things down real quick, alright? I'm really tired of hearing what other people want to project on me and shit, while simultaneously not wanting to, go to the source, like actually, ask the person themselves. They just want to hear whatever version ends up going ahead and suiting their fucking narrative. So, since people want to go ahead and try to belittle and emasculate and everything, now I'm gonna have to hurt your fucking feelings, alright? So, let's go ahead and give some truth on why the fuck I got nothing to be insecure about, alright? Number one, for anyone that's worried that I'm a steal yo man or steal yo girl, if you're wondering why the fuck with me having apparently a butterface, why I would end up going ahead and, why would anybody be attracted towards them? Well, number one, when it comes down to the fucking topic of, in the spiritual community, yeah, my practice is a closed practice, and there are plenty of people that have wanted to, learn how I do what I do. Because understand, globally renowned, globally, not locally, globally, I quite literally right now could be going ahead and setting up a fucking press tour throughout every fucking continent of the world, getting paid to do it. Alright? While simultaneously, right now, I'm trying to help family get through whatever bullshit they got going on. Alright? While simultaneously having them trying to shove their fucking beliefs down my throat. Alright? Because ultimately, I'm pretty sure, the person that ended up coming back from a fucking coma, which, by the way, for anyone being like, oh, that's accomplishment for the medical staff that ended up going ahead and help pulling you out of that coma. That's not your accomplishment and everything. You think there wasn't an effort on my end when I was in that coma? Don't you think that if, it was as easy that anybody could do it, that there would be no more fucking coma patients? That's number one. Number two, when it comes down to who I'm fucking or anything like that, I've chosen to not have sex with anybody for years, alright? The divorce, which by the way, that divorce got turned into a fucking annulment considering the fact that the other person went to go marry me for fraudulent reasons, which was enough for a fucking dissolution, which means not divorced. It's like the marriage never happened, alright? But I'm 36 years old, alright? I don't have any STDs. And you ready for the part that hurts guys' feelings a lot? I've got a dick the length of a Red Bull can, alright? When I say palm to tip middle finger, I mean, let's take a look. This is a 12-ounce can of soda, alright? Place it at the beginning of the palm. Oh, look, there leaves an entire half a fucking finger. Alright? Let's go ahead and break a tape measure out to see how long that fucking can is, alright? So, 5 inches, alright? So, going ahead from palm to middle finger, that would be 7.5 inches. People have literally used the term dickmatized to the effect that I've had on people that I've had sex with before. Alright? So ultimately, there are reasons that people would end up going ahead and feeling a little salty that I have boundaries. Like, for example, when I've told people from my past that I've been in relationships with, because apparently I'm more of a relationship type than the fucking sleep around type, I've made a sturdy fucking boundary of, listen, just so you understand, I do not give cheaters a second chance. If somebody ends up going ahead and being fucking tired of being with me or anything like that, they're like, listen, I don't want to be with you anymore. Cool. Go look where the fuck else you're gonna look, alright? But if somebody cheats on me, because usually it ends up being a spiteful act that they want to make sure that it is dead and done, never another chance. That's when they go and choose to cheat. And then they get to learn if they end up regretting it, or years later they want to be like, all right, I thought that it was okay. I thought I was going to explore my options and everything and try to come running back to you. Nope, you cheated once upon a time. I ain't about to go put up with that shit. Because, that's called self-respect and dignity. But apparently people looking at me automatically think, oh, what do you have that makes you think that you're entitled to have those standards? Let's see. I'm an extremely fast learner. Like, when I say extremely fast, I mean, like, for example, let's go take guitar, right? Yes, I still got a lot of room to improve, alright? But literally in a span of 3 months, alright? Already being able to write solos, write my own riffs, quite literally end up going ahead and playing different genres between ska, blues, and metal. That's a lot to learn in 3 months. Alright? Not to mention that, I have went and learned 8 different facets of law. Alright? So when I say that anybody trying to put me into any type of legal quagmire, they get their fucking feelings hurt getting to learn. Factor that, oh shit, just because this person doesn't end up going ahead and, having to argue defense, the defense and everything, because appellate law, when it comes to appeals, quite literally, you write those out in preparation, which paralegal work, also doing those preparations and everything for whoever it is that's going to present the fucking case to go ahead and go to that courtroom and argue said defense. Alright? So doing the research to be able to give the lawyer the winning advantage while simultaneously debating entire law firms. You do realize it's not normal for individuals to debate entire law firms, right? And then to win said debate with entire law firms. Quite literally, there have been lawyers in different sections of the United States, 2 different lawyers, arguing with 2 different defense styles that they ended up picking up from debating me in front of the same fucking judge. Alright? Ultimately, that right there, that sounds a little bit fucking successful. That doesn't really sound like deadbeat behavior. Because, also understand, it was automatically assumed that I was going to be a fucking deadbeat parent. Alright? Because of the factor that, when I was young, because nobody wants to talk about this factor, right? Nobody wants to talk about the factor that I ended up losing my virginity when I was 15, alright? But I had to keep that factor hidden because of the fact that the person I lost my virginity to was 18. So they were at risk of getting locked up for statutory rape, okay? So ultimately, I ended up having to, at that point, get sent to a fucking problem child house, alright? Fucking group home, alright? Took care financially of all of my obligations. Never fell behind. Alright? Well, simultaneously, there have been a few different people, family members included, family members that have talked shit about me, that have fallen behind on their child support, that I ended up picking up the fucking tab. Okay? My mother, quite literally, has not had an on-the-books job since the early 2000s. So imagine how fucking laughable it is at this point to go ahead and be like, oh, almost 40-year-old living in your fucking mother's basement. No, quite literally, my money paid for this entire fucking house. And they've literally had 5 geriatric fucking dependopotamuses. Okay? Financially, I'd be in a lot better of a place if they would stop fucking around. Which, by the way, too, the whole stolen valor thing. Do you realize that most of the fucking contracts I've gotten as a contractor has been government contracts? Because, going ahead and doing those things like the fucking ROTC program, the late entry program, junior cadets, alright? When I said that I'm a fucking torture survivor, This is the fucking after effect of that torture. I have literally survived fucking war crimes. Alright? Quite literally, the last three bosses that I had were fucking warmongers that at one point or another had to face a tribunal because they ended up having to face, potential human rights violations and had to go ahead and fight a fucking Article 15. Alright? Non-jailable, punishment? Yeah. So, that being said, what the fuck do I gotta be embarrassed about, What the fuck do I have to feel insecure about? I know I'm a catch. And let's be real, this rant, it sounds pretty fucking arrogant. But you know what? If you were to go ahead and look in the dictionary, my picture at this point should be plastered right next to the definition of overachiever. Alright? And the factor that, quite literally, being financially independent from the point where I was a fucking teenager, alright? My first job was at 13 years old on the books, alright? As far as going ahead and earning money, as far as like going around the community doing fucking landscaping, like whole bunch of different tasks, alright? Yard work, snow shoveling, all that. From the point that I was 8, 9, alright? So, what about me isn't a catch? It's very rare that people actually get on my fucking level. Alright? And ultimately, I've had enough reason with the ways that I've gotten fucking backstabbed and betrayed. Because, ultimately, it's pretty hard to defraud somebody that one of the main pillars of their fucking career is investigating fraud. Been a federal whistleblower since 2004. Keep in mind, 2004, I was not even a legal adult yet. Okay? So we are talking at this point. I'm 36 now. I was 14 at that time. That's 22 years of experience. So please, tell me all about myself. That's what the fuck I'd like to know. Because ultimately, it sounds like somebody went and talked a whole bunch of bullshit, and they're getting to learn. You go ahead and bite the hand that feeds. Watch how quick that motherfucker will starve you. But go on. Tell me something about me that I don't know.